Okay, live stream. All right, guys. Very good evening and welcome to our A3Vest Kryptonite. And my name is Shireen. For those of you who may know me, and for those of you who may not know me yet, I am with A3Vest Private Limited, and practically what I do is I am into the media and marketing of our courses. We have about four levels of courses that we offer to our students and participants, and we like to call them A3 Vestas. And we have been around since March of 2021, and within this period of about 8 months, we have grown our A3 Vestas to approximately about 300 over people, community of learners, as we are a financial or learning center to provide financial literacies, how you can grow your funds, and also the most important thing, how you can acquire knowledge on how you can put your funds to work harder for you. All right. So before I move on, please do help me and help us like and share this live stream, and you can always inform your family members and your friends to join us live. Also, can find out more about us over at www.facebook.com/a3vest, or go to our website at www.a3vest.com. Okay, first and foremost, once again, saying good evening and welcome to those people who are on Zoom, and also those people who are with us on Facebook Live, whether you're at home or outside on the way back home from your workplace and so on and so forth. Thank you so much for your time and your presence. And let me just begin to introduce to you first What is A3Vest all about? We believe in the three A's, which is acquiring of knowledge, and from acquiring of knowledge, especially financial knowledge, you can then um, have an aptitude in life to better your financial situation as well as your life as whole, which will then push you to a different altitude to chase or to achieve your goals and your dreams, right? The most important A that you do not see in our logo here is the attitude, the biggest A of all. Without the right attitude, none of us can actually succeed in life, right? So attitude has a lot of other virtues like discipline, patience, teamwork, and so on and so forth, including hard work. All right. Let me just now first, having the right attitude and investment in knowledge pays the best interest. This is absolutely true. Of course, I borrowed this from the founding father of the United States of America, Mr. Benjamin Franklin. But I also, while growing up, our parents keep telling us, it's important to acquire knowledge of this and that, and knowledge has a very vast meaning. Is not just academic knowledge, is knowledge in probably your life skills and many other things in life that you will have to have a bigger perspective, and we are always on a learning curve, right? Never stop learning, always learn from one another. Never think that you are done and you are already the best, because if you are, somebody is better than you. So always be humble and keep learning and knowing what you want really in life. um Saying or just mentioning about knowing what we really want in life, this is definitely one of the ones that we want to have in life: financial freedom. It is a big word, and of course, just like how you see this picture, everything, I'm very sure it's always at the back of our minds, thinking 24/7 of things to do, about savings, about how to get rich, how to find a free road towards probably business, money, success, wealth, health, investments, shape, strategies, and so many other things. But the ultimate goal is actually to have a financial freedom. And how are we going to attain this financial freedom if we do not understand where we are at the current moment and where we want to be, say, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, or even 10 years down the road? You are never too late to begin. I am almost 50 years old. I believe there are people out there who are even older, or there are a lot of people out there who are younger. And when you are young, that's the best time for you to start thinking and start planning about all this. And don't wait till you are my age, or even people who are already above 60 years old, because by then your energy level is not as much. Even at 50 years old, I am still quite pumped up to do a lot of things, but my energy level is not the same when I was probably around 25, or between 25 to 30, I guess, or mid 30s, But of course, in my metaverse, I'm always 27. Got it? Now, understand where you are at this moment. Are you an employee? Are you a self-employed? Are you a business owner? Or are you an investor? Okay. Whether you are an employee, business owner, or self-employed, we wish all of you to be an investor. Why? Because first and foremost, an employee trades their time for an X amount of money in a month, because they will receive a salary, right? So they have to go to work probably 9 to 5, or 10 hours shift, or 12-hour shift, and then they get their salary at the end of the month. And then sometimes it may not be even enough, because if they get paid a higher salary, then the business will not be actually making more money for the business owners, or the company might not be making enough money for the business owners. So it doesn't make sense for any businesses to pay the employee that high, because they have to extract a certain percentage out of that profit for meant for the operations of the business. and obviously for the pockets of the bosses. All right. So if you are a self-employed, you need to put in your own time, specifically like per day, you want to work 10 hours so that you can achieve an X amount of dollars, say maybe $200, $300, or $500 a day. And that's the number of hours that you need to put in as a shift. Um, However, so if you are sick, like what I am now, then you probably have issues or problems of not earning for that particular day or that particular week or that particular month if you are sick for a month. All right. So what happens to your income and what happens to your family? Then again, you also have to trade your time for the X amount of dollars that you require for your expenses. As a business owner, of course, even more headache because you got to think of how to make sure that you make your employees happy, give them enough salary that they do not jump ship, and they are happy to work for you, to strive all the way for you, and make your business boom. And then there's too many thinkings, and a lot of businesses have actually closed down during the last 2 years of this pandemic because they couldn't sustain the operational costs. They couldn't sustain with the current digital world that's happening all over the world, with businesses not able to meet up expectations, right? Because a lot of consumers are right now buying through online, and online shopping is definitely the way to go moving forward. So how do you rebrand your business? How do you reshape your business? That's very important as well. And then the most important is whether you are in the quadrant of employee, self-employed, or business owner, you need to have the mindset of an investor. Why? Because if you have, say, if you're an employee or self-employed, you have some savings in your bank. um, Please understand that when you keep money in your bank, the bank will just pay you an interest, probably about less than 1% a year. Or if you put in a fixed deposit with a tenure of 36 months or even 28 months, you probably again get about 0.9%. But if you have a mindset of an investor, you will put your money somewhere that will work very much for you. Put it into learning how to trade cryptocurrencies, put it into stocks and shares, futures, options, and so on and so forth. And then your money will make more money for you. All right. But of course, in any investment, there is a risk. In anything that we do in life, there's always a risk. This is something that we must understand. Now, let me share with you some proven track records of our A3 investors. Very impressive over the last 8 months. Right here at A3 Vest, we are not so much being forefront of telling people, oh, you must be making $50, $100, 200, 500, 1,000 a day or in a week, but it's more about percentage of the profits of your crypto trade. Why? Because as I just mentioned earlier on, if you put your money in the banks, you will probably be getting less than 1%, right? However, if you put your money into trades and then you trade yourself after acquiring the right skills, you probably can make between 3 to 5% trade. And that could be in a day, that could be in a couple of days, that could be within a week. But we can guarantee you, you can make almost up to 20% a month, right? How? Obviously, you need to join us for our foundation course, and we will show you all the way how to do it. The first one that I like to show is this lady who, if you can see on the left hand side, right, on the 12th of October, bought and sold the Ethereum within a minute, making a 0.6% profit. Subsequently, again on the same day, at 11:26, buying and then selling it at 11:29 within 3 minutes, making another 0.88%. Again, we like to reiterate that it is all about the percentage that you can possibly make. And sometimes when I mention even in a day, you can see this is within minutes. All right. How are you able to achieve this? And this lady is actually a very new A3 investor. When she started trading on the 12th, it was already a couple of days after she learned the fundamentals. She started on the 1st of October, and by the 12th, she's already making this kind of profit. The same lady again on the 13th of October bought the Bitcoin, the BTC. Within a minute, sold off with 1.8% profit, and then subsequently again within 2 minutes, making another 1.81% profit. Another newbie on the 11th of 11, instead of going shopping online for the 11/11 sale. Anyway, that gentleman who won the condominium, wow, he very lucky lah. Very lucky, but how lucky can all of us be? All right. So luck depends very much if you do something. Just imagine if he did not buy anything on Lazada, you think he will actually win the 1 million over condominium? I doubt so. All right. So you have to work out. You have to work it out to probably meet your luck sooner or later. Okay. So for this guy, he actually found us and joined us and then made his first trade. And this was actually his first trade. In 9 minutes, he made USDT $5, making him a 1.74% profit. So hey, not bad, really not bad. Some people work 1 hour get $5, but this is USD, yeah. So approximately is about $7 same. Another A3 Vestas, Alfred's testimonial, bought in the Polkadot, the DOT over multiple buy and sell. All right, so making him a 40.9% profit over a 4 days period. Mr. Kamarul's testimonial bought in the Matic token, raked in 100% profit, right? 100% profit in 2 days. Very impressive. Multiplication of profits. We're talking about 5 times, right? 5 times the amount, right? So I have to shift this for a while. Let's see. Okay. Excuse me for a while. Okay. On the 11th of April, bought in the Safe Moon, 0.44 BNB, and then over the next 10 days, sold it off, making a cool profit of USDT $1,092. Not too bad. Another A3 investor bought the Doji token and over 1 day made a profit of USDT $1,600, which is 4.86 times profit. Okay, Albert's testimonial bought 6 BNB at USDT $28 each, which is a total of USDT $168, and then sold off on the 2nd of April. Out of the 6, he sold off one at 350 USDT, already making him a profit from the overall cost of the USDT 168. And then subsequently on the 10th of April, selling it at USDT $450 each. He sold 2 more BNB. And then later on the 12th of April, another 3 BNB tokens at USDT $550 each. Within this 5 months period, he made USDT $2,732, but he didn't stop there because he continued to buy in again the BNB tokens, sell it off again, bought it again, sell it off again, because he understood the fundamentals on how to achieve the relevant profits that is we should say readily available for you if you have understood straight away once you attend our classes. Another one with the Matic raked in a 77.78% profit over 4 days period. Shiba and Akita, you can see multiple trades here being done, right? Shiba and Akita, capital Shiba 1000 USDT, Akita USDT 1000. Over the multiple trades, made a profit of USDT $5,605 over 3 weeks. All right, so very solid, very possible to do, very doable, very duplicatable. You can easily duplicate these strategies, and the proven methods that we have taught our A3 investors, we have shared with them, we have guided them, and later on shortly you will probably see some of them live right here. Now, A3 Vest roadmap on how to assist you to get out of your rat race, because that's key and very important. Even I myself, many times that I ask, how am I able to get out of my rat race? Trying to make ends meet each month, as a freelance actor and stuff like that. Thinking all the times, where's my next um, uh, income going to come from, and then when the income comes, it's always like paying the bills, this and that, and then it's never enough. So how else can I do, how else can I try and achieve probably a passive income? But passive income don't come if you do not work hard towards actually putting your active income in and investing your active income before you make your passive income, right? Now, first, of course, you have to sign up with our foundation course at only $198. Guys, believe me, trust me, this is one of the cheapest available in the market right now in Singapore, especially. And then whether you're in Singapore, whether you're in Malaysia, Indonesia, anywhere in the world, you can learn from us, because we have either physical class or classes via Zoom. We also have a lot of quite a number of students, investors, not just in Singapore, whether they are Malay, Chinese, Indian. We also have Vietnamese, we have Myanmar nationals, we have Indonesians, Malaysians, Australians, and so they come from diverse culture, and from different countries. This is where we can learn from one another, and we can obviously share our experiences during our A3 Vesta Socialites day, and where you can come back on a couple of weekdays to further strengthening your foundation in our class, right? And then you begin your crypto journey with small capital, like you're talking about $100 or even $1,000, really, because it depends on your target each month, on how much you want to make extra from your cryptocurrency trading. And then we will inform you, we will share with you, we will guide you on how you can achieve your specific target. Stocks and shares, of course, after you have accumulated, say, a quite handsome profit, you can begin your journey into stocks and shares with the minimum of $10,000 to $50,000. um, eh, Obviously, even if you have that money now, we would advise you strongly to start your journey with cryptocurrency, because it is so much easier as compared to stocks and shares and other financial platforms or financial investment platforms. And then the next level, which is to begin your property journey, uh, to start buying properties into whether it's residential, industrial, or co-living. You will require a minimum of capital like $50,000 to $100,000. And this is where we have our parent company's project, which is the MDG bank. It is a digital bank that once you have your digital assets, we will then encourage you to place your digital assets with our MDG digital bank, and then you will start earning returns and reasonable yields yearly. All right, so that's probably definitely a start of your passive income. But prior to that, the moment you go into stocks and shares, the moment you go into property, you are already beginning to make your passive income, and ultimately getting your passive income from multi-stream investment models. That is the main key of why we want to encourage more people out there to come on board on our platform, learn the right skills, the right tool sets of skills, and then start your journey the soonest as possible. Now is the bull run of cryptocurrency. Next year we probably be facing the bear run. When exactly we do not know, but we can tell you that interesting times ahead, because as more and more people get on board cryptocurrency, as more and more people believe in the currency for the people of the world, um, obviously the opportunity to make higher profits is there for you to grab. This is what you will get when you sign up with us for our foundation course, Module 1, Basic in Fundamental Investing, Module 2, Blockchain Basic, and of course, you will learn a little bit more about commodities, stocks and shares, bonds, fixed deposit, property, and what are the alternative investments, unit trust, index, forex, options, and then definitely what we are really pushing forward at our company here is cryptocurrency. Module 2, touching on the blockchain technology, cryptocurrency and Bitcoin, blockchain applications, challenges of blockchain implementation. Right, you need to understand your style, your risk profiling, whether you are low risk taker, mid risk taker, high risk taker, before you move on to your trades. Your capital, what is your minimum capital that you are willing to part to trade, and then your returns of investment, your ROI, your time horizon, how long do you need to give yourself, because you need to be patient. This is not something that happens overnight. It's not something that will automatically make you rich, but when you start trading today, you expect to be rich by the end of the week. I know it doesn't happen that way. And then choose your style, whether you're a speculator or an investor. Also, you need to understand your strategies. What are DCA, value investing, growth investing, small cap investing, and many other strategies that's available. And again, I reiterate that we will be there to teach you, guide you, and show you the way with our dedicated trainers, with our dedicated friends. I would say we are not just trainers; we are also friends, to handhold you all the way till you make your first trade, and then until you become so much good and better at doing your cryptocurrency trading. Then we will appreciate that you can help others along the way. These are the four market phases: the accumulation, markup, distribution, and markdown, for you to understand later on once you join reading of the graphs and the indicators. The accumulation and distribution, as you can see, there are the candles here in red and green, and the various phases. Right, I will not go through in detail for this one. I'm so sorry, I didn't uh, actually change this slide, which is you can find out at marketcap.com, marketcap.com, on the latest on Bitcoin. Of course, Bitcoin is not 65,000 now. I think it has gone down to about 59,000. And a lot of people are asking why. Why is the cryptocurrency market down? Why is Bitcoin down? Well, obviously, you need to read the news. You need to understand what cryptocurrency market is all about. Is it really going down all the way, or will it go up to what a lot of people have predicted before this? You have to understand news, and you must understand the market as a whole. The movement of the global market is very important in your cryptocurrency trading journey. It is example for us and for you that we like to show you. If let's say you start off with your $100 startup capital, and then as I promise, and as we promise, that you are definitely able to make 20% profit each month. By the end of 12 months, you can see that you can make a profit of $643, which is about 643% profit. Never can you expect this when you put your money into your savings bank accounts. Especially for the Muslims, you must understand that when you put your money in the banks, it is interest, and interest is riba. and and so on and so forth. For the non-Muslims, of course, the interest will probably, whether you are satisfied with it, or whether you feel that obviously it can perform better for you. All right, and how to do so? Well, you put it into your own trade, your crypto trade, and then start trading. you know um, these are just very humble, doable 20% profit a month. Obviously, as you can see earlier on when I shared, Kamaru did 100%. Some people did 70% over just one trade, 2 days. Probably some people 1 day, some people 3 days. So if they keep, doing it day in day out, or few other days or alternate days, they probably be making about close to, say, 50% or even 100% a month on their capital. Now, another example of another 20% a month, but then starting off with $500. At the end of 12 months, you'll probably be making about $3,215. And that's profits, right? On top of your capital. And it's the same 643%, but the difference in the numbers is so obvious. Okay, so this is just a table of example for you to understand, especially for those of you who are very new to financial investment and you do not understand the basic and the fundamentals of investment. This is just a table for you to understand first. The next thing, join us. um, Go to our website, create your username, your email, create a free account, and then you will be on your way to making your first profits. Now, a lot of times the question will be buy or sell or hold. Really, it is very much understanding the indicators, very much understanding the movement of the market, uh, and then you yourself will ultimately be able to answer these questions. You can scan this QR code. All right, this QR code, to know us better. Check us out on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and hey, we have TikTok now. Not bad. Thanks to Jocelyn, our new lady in the house. Well, she's doing a great job. And if you feel that it's time for you to make the move, why wait? Straight away go to Pay Now and make your payment to A3Vest Private Limited, $198. I can tell you and I guarantee you, you will never regret your decision of joining us and acquire knowledge in terms of how to grow your wealth. And then we will also show you how you can make back. All right, make back that $198. All right, the company is so generous to give you some token of appreciation each time you bring any new people on board on our platform. We would like to reward you as well. Okay, here is a free risk profiling. If you like to know about yourself, whether you are a low risk taker or medium risk taker or a high risk taker, please scan this QR code, and then we will be sharing with you your risk profiling for absolutely free. All right, you don't have to pay for this one. So please download, or you can screenshot this QR code, and do me a favor, share it with as much with as many people as possible, so they can also get their free risk profiling. So when do we start? Well, uh, yesterday I thought I was absolutely okay, and then my wife, myself, my daughter got COVID. What happens tomorrow, we really don't know. So we are enjoying our life now. So each time you believe the right time is to do it now. When you get this opportunity, do it now, sign up now, learn now, and start trading now. Right? It's never yesterday, because yesterday is history. It's never tomorrow because it's really uncertain. It is now. It is today. It is right now. All right. So if you do have any queries, please put your queries in the comment section, or you can always email us, or drop a personal message on our Facebook page, or even direct message us on Instagram. We will be more than glad to entertain you, and be more than glad to answer to all your queries. All right, guys. So thank you so much for your time. This is a very short preview crypto night, just a little bit for you to understand what A3Vest Private Limited is doing right here at our office over at Kaki Bukit Place, and then the rest, it is all up to you. It's your decision. Right now, I'm gonna um, exit this first. All right, and allow our magnificent June, our MJ in the house, to join me and share something with all of you. All right, MJ, are you there, MJ?
Yeah, hi.
Oh, MJ, whew, like very the echoey. Ding 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 ding.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes, hi everybody.
Hi, MJ.
Hi. Good name, you give me,
Of course lah.
Right. Okay, I'm in office.
Okay. Ah,
Just give me a moment.
you got to bring down your volume.
All right. Okay. Can you hear me?
Can.
All right. So here are some students that come for follow up, for refresh what they have learned with me, all the fundamentals, the tools, you see. So
Okay.
now today is their first trade. And
Oh, all right. Congratulations to all of them.
yeah, it's not only one trade they buy, they bought a few trades, because they have learned all the fundamentals and they make use of all the indicators. Now they know how to trade.
So they actually made multiple trades today.
Correct. Yeah. But of
Wow.
course they have not sold yet, but at least they know how to trade now. They understand what's about crypto, they know how to buy, all the indicators. Now they dare to trade already.
So simply put, if you have just started the class, you can actually start to trade on your very first day. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yes, yes. And we were saying that we have you can deposit 100 USDT, but they know, they believe in this crypto thing, you see, and they deposit about 1,000 USDT. Marvelous, really
Wow.
marvelous. And so surprising, we have a lady which have I want to say overage. No, is a mother to me, but he willing to learn, and she really wants to learn. You see,
Right.
she is here with me. Okay, let's hear a little bit, a few words from this Madam Sarina.
Madam Sarina, okay.
Okay, Kak, can you on your speaker? Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam. Kak Sarina, you kena bring down your volume, or the people there must bring down the volume.
Okay,
Dah macam karaoke ah. Okay, don't worry. Relax.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Can. Kak Sarina, how old are you?
Actually, I already 3 days here for the course. I feel
3
like
days pula. Orang tanya,
61
how old are you?
61 years old.
6'1".
61, yeah.
Masya Allah. Okay. 61. Okay, so you have gone through what, 3 days of the class?
Yeah, I have go for the 3 days of the class. Now I understand about trading and sell, buy and sell.
Okay,
But,
before we talk about the trading part, why in the first place did you join our class?
Okay, actually, this cryptocurrency been approached for me is about 2 years ago. But I tak percaya lah, I skeptical. Pasal I
Okay.
I do a lot of investment.
And I was macam serik nak buat lagi. Jadi this friend of mine keep asking me, please lah, you just join and you know about the currency because I know you like the dollar sign. It's true, I memang suka pasal dollar sign. I'm happy about dollar sign. So see you try. Dia cakap, you go for the basic course, one night only. You go. I said, okay. I said, I don't want. Then I asked my husband. My husband said, yeah, I also. Actually, my husband is the one who encouraged me to join this crypto.
Okay.
So he listened about cryptocurrency. He said it's the best
Okay.
investment.
Are you working full time or full time housewife?
Actually, a full-time housewife.
Full
Aku
time
nak kerja
housewife.
lah, tapi I already resigned about 5 years ago. Look after my 2 grandchildren.
Okay, so you're full time grandmother taking care of grandchildren.
Yeah.
All right. So
Yes. Because
now,
of this AV3, I take 1 week
Kak,
leave.
terbalik tu A3Vest.
Oh, A3Vest. bila I nak pergi the course, I ask my daughter for 1 week leave. Tak jaga cucu.
Oh, okay, awesome.
Because I
So
cakap
you
dengan
see,
dia.
okay, see,
I
this is
cakap,
something that I mean, it's good that you highlighted because then I can tell and share everyone out there. You know, if you really want something, you need to make sacrifices. All right.
yes, you're right.
You know,
Yes.
siapa yang tak sayang cucu, who
Yeah,
will not
of course.
love their grandchildren, you know,
Betul,
and
betul,
then of course, not seeing them for the next 1 week and things like that, you know, it's probably just a small matter, but at the same time, it could be a big thing for your children because who else can take care of them if you're not taking care? But
Yes.
because it's so important for you also to pick up new knowledge, and then the moment you have picked up the knowledge, and then you start trading, obviously taking care of your grandchildren is not an issue anymore.
Yeah, you're right.
Right? All right. So
Yes.
well done for making the decision, because most times either we are full of excuses or we are just giving reasons.
Yes.
Betul tak?
So that's why I
Ah.
noted that practice will make you perfect.
Awesome. All right. I love the way you think, even at the age of 61, you are always thinking of moving forward, you know, trying to improve yourself. As like I mentioned, whether I'm 50, you are 61, or those people out there who are 21 or 31, important is the attitude, the right positive attitude in life. Okay. So Kak, what did you learn just now about the trade?
About the RSI,
Okay.
about the regime,
Okay.
about the indicator.
All right. So
But
is it difficult to understand?
actually slowly, because I'm zero at these courses. So slowly, when I don't know, I always lost, I will ask June, our
Okay.
MJ. So MJ always lead me. Actually, why I like these classes? Because they are really like a family. When you lost, they always come to you closely and ask, how can I help you and what is you lost for? Then they will treat me, they will lead me really to the success. That is why I have to take 1 week leave just to concentrate on my courses, so I won't waste my time. So at least I
Well done.
know. So in future, maybe in next week, I can come just for a revision. When I come for a solid 3 days, this is what I want, and what is my husband courage is I follow my husband advice. Tak ada suami restu, kita tak boleh berjaya tau. Suami restu, kita boleh berjaya.
Puas hati dia. Itu macam katanya. Okay, lepas ni balik rumah, cakap dengan suaminya, bang, abang restu je pun, saya memang dah cukup bahagia. Apa kata abang pun trade?
Dia yang trading ni semua dia punya capital tau, bukan I. Dia yang suruh I trade all the money. Whatever.
No.
Oh,
I must teach her the darling method, you know. Right? Shari, I must
I
teach
knew
her.
it. I knew it is coming.
Yes, the darling method. Okay? You see how positive she is, you see?
Of course she's positive. She and you is the
Very,
same. The Ministry
very.
of Finance.
Correct. You see, she got the permission from her husband, approval from her husband, and she herself motivate, you know, the motivation that she has in herself.
The
All right,
positive
awesome.
depends. Yeah. So go back, you must darling here and there. Okay, then you get
Yes,
more
Dali.
deposit of reality. Darling. Okay. That will be my personal coaches with her. Okay. Anyway,
Okay.
thank you so much. And then I'll be your family also. I'm so
All right,
happy to
thank you.
have my family here.
Thank you, Puan Sarina.
Yang perempuan lah, kakak boleh lah. Perempuan tu macam high class sangat lah.
Okay, thank you for your sharing, and we
Thank
wish
you.
you all the very best in your
Thank you so much.
cryptocurrency journey. And thank you for being an inspiration to all of us. And I'm sure a lot of people out there will look up to you. You know, as a 61-year-old lady, still Ketuan tu masih ranggi. Eh?
Yeah.
All right, cool, steady. All right, you.
Yes, you see,
Oh,
I'm
sorry,
back here.
MJ.
Okay, I have one more to share also.
Yes, please.
A mother of 61. Kakak, you off your audio,
Huh?
please.
Mother of 61. She's 61 or she's a mother of
Sorry,
61?
a mother at the age of 61, sorry. Okay, willing to share, willing to learn. And now she know how to trade. I have another one to share. You know, a businesswoman. You know, a businesswoman. I think it's time for her to share also why she wants to learn about crypto. Why? Businesswoman, you know, businesswoman got money, right?
Yes.
But now she also wants to share. She wants to learn in crypto. So
Okay.
let's be welcome Shirin in the house.
Ah,
Yeah.
Shirin.
She a little bit shy. She little bit shy.
She not little bit, she a lot shy. Hi, Shirin.
Hello.
How are you?
Sorry?
How are you?
I'm okay. Good day
Great.
today. Okay, sit down.
Good day today.
She wants to say something. Okay, how?
Okay. All right. So good day today. Why you say so? Because you make good profits?
Yeah.
Right. Let's just share your personal experience. Since you joined A3Vest, what have you learned, and why you love A3Vest so much?
I think the classes are great, and the pointers that they give, you cannot go wrong. So if it's a technique that you cannot go wrong, then why will we? You make
So,
any?
will you recommend this to your friends?
Yeah, of course. I've already brought a friend.
Awesome. All right. All right. Bringing a friend is not enough. You need to bring more friends. More friends.
Friends bring more business people, you know. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So why as a business owner earlier on, Shireen?
Yeah.
I mentioned about the four quadrants. Why as a business owner you are thinking of going into this as an investor into cryptocurrency?
First is you got to diversify. Secondly is you need to move with the times. I mean, basically putting the money in the bank is not the way to go now. You know, it's like, why would you want to make that small amount when you can actually work a little harder and make more, and there's more value of your money, you know, like, and what if like every month doing this, your bills are paid and you don't even have to take loans for, even it will come to a point of time when you want to buy something expensive like a car, you can pay for it. You don't even have to take loan. Why not? You know, like, to me, I think that would help a lot of people lah, you know. I mean,
All right.
even monthly expenses, don't say about car and all lah. Like let's just say about monthly expenses. Even if you set a budget earning 50, 100 a day or whatever, I think it's
Okay.
sufficient.
Personally, can I ask you this question? What's your target a month to make from cryptocurrency, if you don't mind sharing?
My target
Your personal target.
3,000, 5,000. Actually more than that lah, because you know I have a lot of things to pay. You see, because right, that's why I said if I'm a housewife, I just think 1,000 is enough for me. But she's a
Yeah,
business.
because you as a housewife, you got darling.
Yeah, you got darling. I don't have darling. That's why lah, my darling. yeah.
Okay, so it's okay whether you are aiming for 5,000, whether you're aiming for 10,000. I think at the end of the day, you need to understand your fundamentals.
Correct.
And then you need to work back what's your capital like, and so on and so forth. So thank you so much, Shirin, for your sharing. We wish
Yes.
you a successful journey. Obviously, I'm very sure all the students there are in the right hands of MJ, you know,
Thank
and
you. Thank you very
we have
much.
other trainers there as well.
Yes.
So anything you want to share, MJ?
Nothing much as usual. Every day, every month, every week, as long the money comes, I want everybody to make as how I make. So I will teach them all the indicators, the fundamentals, and we will advise them what kind of tokens to buy. So let's enjoy their weekends, and we just advise them whatever tokens that is now at a low risk to buy. So we better buy.
You know, a few weeks ago, I was actually interviewing you as one
Yes.
of the new A3 Vesters in A3 Vest. Right
Yeah.
now, I'm talking to you as one of the trainer
Yeah.
that's
Alhamdulillah.
training people. So it is that simple. It is achievable for anyone out there who
Yes.
wants to be just like MJ or Madam June here,
Yes.
because she puts in a lot of effort. She is one person or one lady I can tell you, when she first came into the class, because she was brought by her darling, she was very
So
skeptical.
negative. I'm so negative about this.
Yes,
So
exactly. So
negative.
negative, so skeptical. On the
Correct.
first day, kena lanyak with all the information of
Correct.
the classes
I'm
until
lost.
cannot
Lost.
enter anymore. Right? Until
Yes.
the brain, all the fluid all come out already. Ayo, cannot take it, cannot take it, cannot take
Correct.
it. But
The
now,
effort, the effort that I
every day smiling, good morning breakfast, showing off the trade history profits, good evening supper, also showing off the trade history profits. And we are so glad that you are part of A3Vest. Thank you so much,
thank
MJ.
you.
Thank you
Thank
to
you.
all the students there.
Okay, let's
And
welcome. Come and join A3Vest.
all right. Okay, so
Yes.
for any information, if you want to know more, you can always find out about MJ. You can find out about all our students on our Facebook page.
Yes.
Again, like and share, and join us and grow our A3 Vest community as many as possible. The most
Correct.
important thing is we want you to make profits. All right. So on
All right.
behalf of A3 Vest, on behalf of MJ, we want
Yes.
to wish you a very good night. All right, everybody, take care and
Enjoy your weekend and stay safe. You also speedy recovery. You and to your family, and
yes,
also
I
to
am.
Sunati and family. Right?
We are recovering here. Luckily, I have my family with me in the same room. If I am alone, I don't know what I'll be doing.
That will be
I'll
different.
probably
Not COVID. That will be different. If you alone, that will be different. Okay. And also to Sunati, is it also speedy recovery and get well soon? Yeah.
yes, to our another entry investor Sunati, get well soon. We know you are strong. We all can overcome COVID, right? All of us can overcome COVID.
All
Important is
right.
our mindset and stay healthy, eat right, and stuff like that. Okay,
All
so
right.
good night, everyone.
All
See
right.
you when we see
Take
you.
care. Bye
Bye.
bye. Bye. Bye.